While out camping, you come across an angry brown bear that's coming closer and closer to you. What should you do? Start running as fast as you can.
I don't think you outrun
Fall
the
to
bear.
the ground and pretend you're unconscious.
I don't think you should do that either.
Stay still and don't move.
All right, hold on. Turn that down. Yep. Bright side. Riddles and puzzles. You already know what it is. Who's lying? Spot the liars. 9 minutes. We going in.
Name Popeye's favorite food.
Chicken! Oh my God!
Show me chicken!
Mr. Morrison was the owner of a small company. Only 4 people worked there.
Okay.
One day, he came to the office and didn't find his favorite slippers. He always put them on while working. The man searched everywhere and finally spotted them on the roof of the building.
Wow.
Mr. Morrison was furious. He entered the office and started to question his employees. Daniel said, "I don't even know where you keep your slippers."
Okay.
Andrew said, "I'm terrified of heights. I have never climbed up there." Sandra said, "I'm wearing high heels today. I can hardly walk in them."
Okay.
Emily said, "I respect you too much to do it to you." One of the employees
All right,
is
respect go a
lying.
long way.
Who is it?
We're gonna go with.
We going him.
It's Andrew. He said he was afraid of heights. But on his table, there's a photo
Let's
in which
go!
he's skydiving with a parachute.
Let's go!
Uh-oh.
I guess.
Melissa's boyfriend proposed to her and presented a beautiful diamond ring. The girl was afraid of losing it. That's why she kept it in a box on her vanity table.
No.
Once, after a long and difficult working day, the girl came home and went straight to bed. When she woke up, the ring was gone. Melissa called the police.
Dude pawned it.
They asked 3 suspects, Melissa's roommate, her best friend, and her neighbor, what they had been doing the night before. Helen, Melissa's roommate for the last 3 years, said Melissa had indeed looked very tired. She took the tea Helen made for her and went to her room at 10 p.m.
Did you put something in that
Helen
tea?
went to bed shortly after. Eric, Melissa's best friend, said he had come to visit Melissa at about 11:30 p.m. The girl was already sleeping, but he saw a
It gotta
jewelry
be
box
him!
lying open on the table. It was empty.
Oh.
Eric was surprised and left immediately after that.
That's suspect.
Brenda, the neighbor, said she wanted to borrow a book from Melissa, but when she called her, the girl didn't answer. So Brenda decided not to bother her so late at
The
night.
grandma ain't gonna get out of
The police
bed, you know what I'm saying?
realized
So
one of these people was lying. Who was it?
the guy in the middle. What you doing in the room while she's sleeping? It's him all day.
It was Eric. He was
Let's
only
go.
asked what he had been doing the evening before, but he mentioned the
2 out
jewelry
of 2?
box. He must have known the ring was
2
missing
out of 2?
because he took it.
Already.
A group of friends went camping. They found a beautiful place in the forest near the river. They were planning to spend a week there.
Okay.
But on the 3rd day, Chris disappeared. The rest of the group gathered near a campfire to figure out where he could be. Paul said, "We didn't have enough firewood. I went deeper into the forest to get some. When I came back, Chris was already gone."
That's suspect already.
Ashley said, "I was near the river washing my t-shirt. I stained it with ketchup during lunch." Nancy
All right.
said, "I felt unwell, so I decided to take a nap. I was sleeping when an owl woke me up." One of the young people is lying. Do you know who it is?
I think his name was Paul. Cause I don't think a girl can carry a body. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
It's Nancy. Owls sleep during the day. It means an owl couldn't have woken the girl.
All right, okay. Hey, they got me.
Someone
They got me.
started a gas leak
They
in
got me.
Mark's apartment.
That did. Hey, that
Luckily, the
did.
man noticed it. He called the police. After searching the place, they found a watch. Mark claimed it wasn't his. The detective decided to set up an ambush. The watch looked expensive.
Okay.
Surely the criminal would return to get it back.
Okay.
At around midnight, they heard the key turn in the door lock. In a while, a man came in. He was holding a lit candle in his hands. At first, the detective wanted to arrest the man.
Right. You already
But
broke an
after a
entry.
while, he realized it wasn't the person they had been waiting for. How did he figure it out?
How did he figure it out? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. That timer going way too fast. That timer going way too fast. I don't know.
Whatever the man was doing in Mark's apartment, he wasn't the one responsible for the gas leak. That criminal wouldn't have entered the apartment holding a burning candle. They would be sure the place was still full of gas.
Oh.
The police found out one particular gang was going to rob a bank.
Okay, I
An
gotta pay
undercover agent
attention.
was sent to the restaurant where the criminals always gathered in the evening.
Okay.
His task was to attach a tiny GPS tracker to one of the gang members.
Okay.
Then the police would know about their location and would be able to prevent the robbery. The leader of the gang was the mastermind of the group. All other members were just muscle.
Okay.
The undercover officer had to be very attentive around the leader. The man could easily spot the device, but no other gang member would notice it. Where should the agent place the tracker?
On the bodyguard.
On the gang leader's backpack. He's the only person who can spot the device, but not if it's on his own back.
Yeah, I'm done.
Police got a call from the house of a wealthy man. He didn't come home after going for a job.
Okay.
When several police officers arrived, they questioned all the people in the house. They were the maid, the millionaire's wife, and his driver. The maid said, "When Mr. Jones went for a jog, he asked me to prepare his breakfast.
Okay.
I immediately got down to work. But it's been 3 hours, and he hasn't returned yet."
Okay.
The wife was worried too. "I saw him in the morning, but he was in a hurry. We just greeted each other, and I went to work."
Okay.
The driver told the police he had been waiting for his boss in the car, scrolling through his social media. Who knows something about the millionaire's disappearance?
I'm going with the maid. It's probably the driver though.
The maid is lying.
Let's go!
If she had cut the apples for breakfast 3 hours ago, they would have already
Bro,
turned
how you supposed
brown
to think of
by
that?
now. Shirley got a new job as a sales
How you
assistant.
supposed to think of that?
She was extremely happy to receive her first salary. She went out for a walk in the park and decided to treat herself to some ice cream. She pulled out cash, but a powerful gust of wind has blown the money out
Oh,
of her
Lord
hands.
Jesus.
The girl managed to pick it up, but then she realized one $10 bill was
Okay.
missing. Shirley looked around. One of these people must have taken the
All
bill.
right.
Can you figure out who it was?
I'm gonna go. Him, it's right there on his foot. Got him. It's right there on his foot.
It's the man in the red baseball cap. The bill is
Yeah.
under his right foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Detective Larson was walking along the street. Suddenly, he saw a man grab an elderly woman's bag
That's
and
no
run
good.
away. The detective immediately rushed after the criminal, but the man disappeared behind the kitchen door of a small restaurant. When Detective Larson entered, he saw 3 cooks preparing food. Which cook is fake?
The one right there in the middle with a goddamn butcher knife. What you mean?
It's the man holding the salad bowl.
What?
He's the only one not wearing gloves.
Oh.
People began to disappear.
And this game. This game just cut the brakes off of me. I thought I knew something, man. I thought I knew something, y'all.
Hey, this beat fire though. Hey, this beat fire though. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Once I had a dream.
In a large town. 1 month after it started, the police came across an abandoned house. In its basement, they found 2 men. Each of them claimed that he had been locked up there and that the other man was the one to keep him in the basement. But it was clear that only one of them was telling the truth.
I already know.
Look at these men attentively.
Look at the dude with the gray
and
hair.
say who's the liar.
His hair too clean. His hair too nice. It's you. And you smiling.
It's the man who's smiling.
Yeah.
If he had spent 4 weeks locked
Yeah.
up, he would have a
And
beard
his
and
hair.
mustache by now. But he's clean
Look at his hair.
shaven.
Exactly. Let's
Rachel
go.
Brown, the owner of a large and successful company, has disappeared right from her office. The police suspect that some of her subordinates might know where the woman is. They question 3 people. Ruth, the HR manager, is the first to enter.
Okay.
We were going to fire an employee that day. I came to get Miss Brown's signature. Adam, the accountant, says, I indeed came to her office. She had to approve the company's budget for the next year.
Okay, she got black
And
ink.
the secretary comes in last.
He got blue
I
ink.
saw Ms. Brown today, but only for a minute or so. I asked her to sign my leave request. The police officers immediately realize who is lying. Can you figure it out too?
Oh, girl on the right. Her signature wrong. You out of there.
Anne is lying. The signature on her documents is different from the others. Plus, she is the person Ruth was going to fire that day.
Let's go.
Martin bought a car in September, and now, just a month later, it's stolen. The police have 4 suspects, and all of them are Martin's friends. The crime happened at 10 p.m. on Wednesday. At that time, Alan was playing badminton in the park.
Okay.
Natalie was driving home from work.
Okay.
Roy was walking with his dog.
Okay.
And Rose was doing some grocery shopping.
Okay.
Who took Martin's car?
I'm gonna say, oh, girl, because she was driving.
It was Alan. At 10 p.m. in October, it's too dark to play badminton.
Dang, I thought about that, but I ain't. Let's go. Only got 6 out of 11. It's all right, though. It's all right, though. Hey, we'll do one more. Let's do Will You Survive? Yeah, we're gonna go in order. We'll do this one. Let's get it.
Name a business that might be very busy on Valentine's Day. Kiki.
Florist. He didn't hit it, did he? You gotta hit the buzzer.
What the hell? Come on, Steve.
So,
get it.
you're on a desert island and you're starving.
Okay.
You find a bush filled with berries.
Okay.
You eat a few, but start to feel sick.
Okay.
A local, "Hey, I thought this was uninhabited." They tell you that eating watermelons and grapes will get rid of the poison.
Okay.
But apples and carrots will make things worse.
Okay.
In front of you, there are tomatoes, cabbages, oranges. Which one do you eat?
Oh, cabbage, orange.
Tomatoes.
Oh,
Like
my
watermelons and
Lord.
grapes, they also grow on vines, unlike the rest.
I'm trash. I'm trash.
You're lost in
All
the
right, I gotta
desert with
concentrate.
just one bottle of water.
Okay.
But you don't know where the nearest water source is.
Okay.
What do? Cover yourself with your backpack to avoid sweating? Walk as quickly as you can to find water?
Okay.
Find shade and rest.
You find shade and rest.
The best option
Let's
is
go!
the last one.
Common
when it gets
sense.
dark, you can walk further
Already.
and find help.
Easy money.
While sightseeing in a town, a volcano erupts nearby. There's no lava coming out, just thick black smoke.
Okay.
You see 3 potential routes to safety. Which one do you take? A tall lighthouse is a few feet away, a basement, a car in front of you.
High ground. You want the high ground? High ground, just in case.
Go to the basement and close the door behind
what
you.
is the lava?
Lava smoke travels fast, and it can reach the tallest point of the lighthouse.
I picked the absolute wrong. All right, that's cool.
It's 3 p.m.,
I'm
and
thinking
while
wrong.
walking in the middle of a desert, you come across a tall tower with a crazy scientist living there.
Okay.
He tells you that if you want to make it out alive, you must calculate the height of his tower.
Okay.
What do you use? Fallen tree branches? Your shadow? Your watch?
I'm gonna go with the shadow.
Your shadow.
I clicked
Since
the
you know how
shadow.
tall you are, you can calculate how many times your shadow fits into the
Bro, I
tower
clicked
shadow.
the shadow. What did I click?
You're at a water park, and you've been
Oh,
taken
okay.
captive by a supervillain.
Okay.
He takes you to the highest point of the park and shows you 3 slides. An orange one, a green one, and a yellow one.
Okay.
One leads to a pool filled with acid.
Okay.
One to a tropical paradise,
Oh.
and the other to a volcano filled with lava.
Okay.
The supervillain tells you, in a parallel world, the purple slide leads to freedom. Which one do you choose?
What? How am I supposed to know? Is this yellow?
The yellow slide.
Let's go!
Yellow is the opposite of purple.
I ain't know that.
You're on a trip into the
I ain't know
wild.
that's-
A huge angry elephant has spotted you and it's running towards you. What do? Run down a steep slope leading to a river.
Okay.
Climb up a tall tree right next to
Probably
you.
not.
Run straight towards some other animals, hoping it'll lose sight of you.
Water. Going to water.
Run down the steep
go!
slope. Elephants avoid areas with high elevation to stop themselves being injured.
Well, I thought it said water. I don't
During a
even-
camping
hey, I got it
trip,
right though.
you realize you have no water, but you're very thirsty.
Okay.
There are 3 ways to get water. Which one is the least dangerous? Harvest some from a cactus.
Ooh, I never done that
Drink the
before.
water from a stagnant
I
lake.
don't know about that.
Take some water from a flowing river.
We're gonna go with the flowing river because it hits the rocks and it kind of what's it called? It filters it.
Cactus water isn't the safest, and a stagnant lake is filled with bacteria and parasites. The least dangerous option
Let's
is
go!
the flowing river.
Yeah, because it's I
You've
don't know
been
why I
stuck
learned
in the
that, but
wild
yeah.
for days, and you have no idea which way leads to civilization. Which sign do you follow? A plane passing overhead? A flowing river? A group of animals?
We're gonna follow the river.
Your best bet is the river.
What?
Since the beginning of time,
What?
people have built villages along riverbanks.
Let's go.
A mysterious biologist invites you to his home for dinner. He takes you down to the basement and puts 3 plates of weird items on the table.
Okay.
One has wild white
I
mushrooms
don't
with
know
white
about
gills.
that, y'all.
The second is filled with castor beans.
Castor beans.
The third has some fish brains. Which one is safe to eat?
What's a castor bean? A bean. I guess a bean.
The plate of fish brains is the only dish that isn't poisonous. But the dinner isn't over yet.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
You're taken into a room with 3 large tanks filled with salt water. You must stay in one of them for 5 minutes. The biologist promises to set you free if you make it out alive. The first contains 6 great white sharks.
No.
The second has 70
heck
piranhas.
no.
The last one is filled with dangerous box jellyfish. Which could you survive in?
We got to get in the sharks and just don't move. Oh my God.
In the second tank, piranhas are freshwater fish. They can't survive in salt
Oh,
water.
I
You're leading an expedition to the
Okay,
North Pole.
all right.
As you're sailing there, a huge chunk of ice falls into the water, causing a large wave to come your way.
Okay.
What do you tell your crew to do? Stop the ship and stay until the wave passes? Start moving in the opposite direction. Keep going and lean into the wave as it hits.
Lean into it, cause you. Oh no!
Leaning
let's go.
into the wave is the
Perfect.
only way to get some balance.
Yeah.
Anything else will cause your ship to capsize.
Yeah.
You're stuck in a room that's slowly filling up with water.
Okay.
Help is 6 minutes away.
right.
The water will reach the ceiling in just 2 minutes. But on the floor, there's a tree branch, a straw, a bucket. Which one will buy you some time?
The straw, maybe the bucket, but I think it's the straw.
The bucket.
Oh, I knew it.
Flip it
Yeah.
over your head
Oh,
and
I
it'll
knew
create
that.
an air bubble that will allow you to breathe for a while.
I knew that, yo.
While out camping, you come across an angry brown bear that's coming closer and closer to you. What should you do? Start running as fast as you can.
I don't think you can outrun
Fall
the
to the
bear.
ground and pretend you're unconscious.
I don't think you should do that either.
Stay still and don't move.
All right, hold on, y'all. You're running from a bear. Well, a bear is approaching you. Do you run, ball up, or stay still? Okay, I'm not trying to outrun a bear. No. So we're gonna X that out. Now we got ball up and stand still. But you're staying still both ways. I don't think I'm brave enough just to stand there and let a bear walk up on me. But I also don't want to lay down and just let it have its way. We're gonna ball up like you better get jumped. How about that? We're gonna see. I need to fact check this too. This is crazy.
Fall to the ground. That way the bear won't see you as a threat.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's
Oliver
scary
is
though.
trapped in the freezing north. David is lost in the desert without any clothes.
Ooh.
Who will collapse first?
Oh, what? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Freezing cold in the desert naked. Who will collapse first? We're gonna say cold, bro, we're gonna say cold, cause dude in the desert naked. He might burn up.
David. The cold weather makes Oliver shiver. His muscles tighten and loosen very fast to keep him warm. But David quickly becomes dehydrated in the sun. While
Okay.
walking through a
All right.
dense jungle, you get bitten on the leg by a venomous snake. How can you survive? By drawing the venom out with your mouth.
That might work.
Washing the wound
No.
with water and a
No.
cloth. By tying your leg with a
Oh,
piece
we
of your
tying
shirt.
it. We tying it. You can suck the venom out too on some of them, but we're gonna tie it just to make sure it don't spread.
Tying
Let's
your
go.
leg will prevent the venom from reaching the rest of
Let's
your
go.
body. As you're driving down the road, you come across a fallen tree blocking your way. You get out of the car and try to move it, but then you see a huge tornado coming towards you. Boy, it's not your day.
It's not.
How will you survive? Get back in your car and drive fast in the opposite direction. Climb up the
I
sturdiest
ain't climbing no
tree.
tree in a tornado.
Find a ditch on the ground
In
and
a
stay
tornado-
there until the
Look, in a tornado, y'all, I was always told to go in a ditch. Because if you're in a ditch, a tornado can't like dip and then come back up. It can't do that. Once it hits ground, that's where it's on the ground. And I remember that. It's gonna go straight over you, clean over you. Clean,
The
smooth
last
over
one.
you.
If the tornado passes over you, it won't sweep you up. You walk into a
Let's get
room,
it.
and right when you close the door, it catches fire. There's no way
Oh,
out,
what?
but firefighters are on their way. How will you buy yourself some time until help arrives? By lying flat on the floor, by climbing onto a chair to avoid the flames, by standing in the corner of the room.
I want to say a corner. Why is it going so fast? In the corner.
It's the first option. Smoke travels upwards toward the ceiling, so
But the
lying
ground is
flat
on
on the
fire.
floor will help you to breathe. You're trapped in a maze inside an abandoned castle. You can pick only one door to stay alive.
Okay.
The first one leads to a room filled with sharp blades
Oh,
and
heck
knives.
no.
The second has dozens of venomous snakes
Oh,
and
heck
spiders.
no.
Behind the third door, there's an electrified moat. Which one do you pick?
What?
The last door. Since this is an abandoned castle, you can flip the light switch to check if it has electricity, and then go through there. A creepy professor has taken you to his secret island. He wants to see how smart you are.
Okay.
He presents you with, guess what? 3 doors, but only one is safe.
Okay.
The first one leads to 5 of the most dangerous people on Earth.
Oh, heck no.
The second leads to a room with a powerful laser and mirrors on the wall. The third leads to a lab filled with radioactive waste. Which is the least dangerous option?
We're gonna have to go with them, man. See, we're gonna have to go with them just to,
The
yeah,
first
because
door.
that's,
It'll
yeah.
be easier to deceive the people there.
Yeah,
than
you know what I'm
letting
saying?
you
We
walk
talking to
free.
them. We in there.
You're lost in an ancient cave system, and you come across 3 tunnels.
Okay.
You must swim through them to the exit. The first is filled with lava.
Ain't no way.
The second has stagnant water containing bacteria and parasites.
Okay.
The third contains cornstarch mixed with water. Which one is the least dangerous to go through?
The cornstarch and water, right?
Stagnant water is your best option. Lava will burn you,
Okay.
and cornstarch water will swallow you in just a few minutes. Good luck.
Why you had to say good luck like that, y'all? Why you had to say good luck like that? Look. That's gonna be it for today. I just wanted to play something fun because I ain't gonna lie. Happy's Humble Burger. I was upset. I was upset. That game is hard. I'm gonna go back though. The big gamer, I'm going back. But this right here, I wanted something fun. I think this is fun. Got me thinking out the box, you know what I'm saying? So if you'd like me to finish this, put it in the comments. Like, if you can answer faster than me, put a timestamp and answer faster than me. Let me see how your brain work, you know what I'm saying? You over here watching me? I ain't the smartest person, okay? Oh, the big gamer, he can't be Happy Humble's Burger, so he's trying to play something fun to look smart. But like, subscribe, comment. If you're watching this right now, you're the greatest, and I appreciate you. Look out!
Okay, bye you guys. Yay.